Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. Today we're going to make this card, which is a book looking type card. Only I've got that one opening this way, but the one we're going to do is an easel card, so it will stand up when it's all finished. Very easy to do. You don't need any tools. This one I actually made with a set of dies that I found in my stash when I was playing around today. But we're going to create the same thing without dies because it's a lot easier and not everyone's got the dies. So no specialty equipment needed for this one. We're just going to have a go at making it. So let me tell you what's involved. So the card base, which will be this one, is 8 by 6 inches or 21.5 by 15.2 centimetres. So we're going to fold it in half to make a 6 by 4¼ inch base, and then opening it out, fold the top half to your folded line and burnish, and that will then make it into the easel card, which you will see as we go along. So that's your base card. Then you will need another piece of card. So this is just 6 by 4½ inches or 15.2 by 11.5 centimetres. Excuse me. So that's just a piece of plain card. Then we've got the layers that are on the top. So your first layer will be 5 3/4 by 4 1/4 inch, which is this one here, or 14.5 by 10.7 centimetres. Layer 2 will be 5½ by 3 3/4 inch, or 14 by 9.5 centimetres. And then your top layer is 5 by 3½ inches, or 12.5 by 9 centimetres. So that's all you need for those. Okay, so now we're going to get along with making it. So each piece is to be folded in half and score it. Then once you've done that, using either a corner punch or scissors, just round the corners off. So I'll just do that to the 4 corners. Now this will be done, as I said, to each piece. And then on the back, I have added a thin strip of double-sided adhesive. Now, that's my choice. I prefer to do that than glue it. But if you want to glue it, then please do. That's just a personal choice. So the next thing we're going to do is tear the paper. So just going to put a little tear in this corner and then another one down in this corner, like so. Now, for this particular one, you can use any coloured card that you like. I'm actually using just scraps. I've got a lot of scraps here, and that's all I've made this from. And because I've got basically blues, I'm using a blue oxide, and I'm just going to age it and go around the edge with this one, around all sides. Now again, I know I'm repeating myself, but this is done to each piece. Okay, so with this one, I used, I think it was Vintage Photo on the inking. All right, so now we'll just pop that aside for a minute. Now I've got a couple of dowels here, so a bigger one and a little one. And what we're going to do is curve the card. So I'm just going to put a bit of pressure on there and drag my card through. And you can see there how it's given it a bit of a curve. Another thing you could do is just using something and mould it to that. But I just found this one was easier. And then we'll do the same to the other side. You can always roll them in if you want it more bent. Okay, so we've got that. Now using the little piece of dowel or skewer, we're going to just roll the centres or the edges of the tears like so, and we'll do that down in the other torn area. And then if you want to, you can even do it on the corner. So we'll just bend it over and get it started, and then just give it a roll. So we'll do that on that corner and that corner. Now, in hindsight, I shouldn't have actually put that tape on there yet, but I'll sort that out when I get to it. I should have done that after. Okay, so that's that done. So now we're going to go back with our ink and just ink up those rolled edges, like so. Okay, now I have done that to all the pieces, so I'll just roll the corners on these. Now, you don't have to do this to all of them, it's whatever you want to do, and you can do them more or less, again, personal choice. And we'll just pop a bit of ink on those. There we go. So now we're going to put it together. So just using, hang on, I'm just going to get a wipe to get the ink off my fingers so I don't put it all over the card, which I have a habit of doing. Alrighty. So now, getting the largest of the three, we're going to fold it and pop some glue down the folded centre of the card. There we go, that should do it. And then try and place it in about the centre of your piece of just plain cardstock. Oh, I forgot part. Hang on. I forgot to ink around this. Let me just quickly ink that. There we go. That's done. Try again. Okay, so I'm going to put that back there. So that's in about the centre. And then going to remove the backing paper from my tape. Now again, as I said, this is a personal preference if you want to glue it or tape it. And just give it a bit of a curve as you put it down. Now if you want to, especially if you're using glue, put it into place. Whoops, now I've popped out this bit. And that's what happens. Hang on, let me just fix this up. And this is one disadvantage of using tape. Once it's down, it's down. So I'm going to pop some glue onto that this time. Okay, put that back in the centre. Flip it up a bit to put a curve in it. Now I'm just going to hold that there a bit longer till that glue sticks. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop a couple of pegs there to to hold that in place. And now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So a bit of a curve. And push that into place. Okay, so I'm just going to use my dowel to make sure I've got that stuck properly there. Now I've got a piece of ribbon here. So this is going to be my bookmark. So you can use any colour you like to suit whatever card you're doing. And we're going to attach that to the centre of the card. And you'll know what size to use by whatever size card you do. I mean, you don't have to do this size. You can always make it bigger if you want to. So we're just going to pop a bit of glue there. Pop the ribbon down on that. Give it a bit of a press to make it stick. And then we're going to get the next layer of card, and that's going to sit inside this one. So when I tore these, I actually did them together. So you can do them together or separately. Again, personal choice. Just going to use this glue on this one. It's a bit stronger. So I'll pop some glue up the centre. And then pop that into place. Again, I'm just going to use my dowel, give it a bit of push, and then we're going to attach this one. So now I'll just take the backing off my tape, or you glue it if you prefer to use glue. And I'll push that down. Okay, and turn it around. And I'll just pop some pegs on this side. And we'll do the same on the other side. So remove the tape. Whoops. Didn't let that sit there long enough. And I'll use the pegs to help guide where it's going. Okay, that's that. Just give it a bit of a press. And then we're going to add the last layer. I might have to tear this one a little bit more. And this one will sit in here. Okay, so again, we'll pop some glue on the spine. And line that up. Now again, oops. Actually, I might. Yeah, that's better. I'll turn that around that way, I think. Okay, I'll just give that a press. Now, while that one's drying, before I stick these ones down, we'll go to the base card. So what I've done here is I've just cut out a little piece here. So this is 1 by 3 inches or 2.5 by 7 centimetres. So this will be the little stopper so that it will hold the card in its easel position. And then this one I've just cut a little bit smaller, 3/4 by 2 3/4 of an inch or 2 by 7 centimetres. And we're going to attach that onto there. So you can see here, remember the old days before we had embossing? And we used to buy lots and lots and lots of these worded stickers. Well, I went through my stash and that's what I've decided to use here. So I'm just going to pop some glue onto that and stick it on here. And then I've also rounded the corners on that piece as well. And then using some double-sided foam adhesive, I'm going to attach that to there and roughly work out where I want this to go. Now, if you want to, you can decorate the inside of your card with pretty papers. I like mine fairly plain inside because my wording will go in here, and to me, that's what it's all about. So I'll just take the backing paper off my foam tape and place that in about the centre, from side to side and just up from the bottom, about there. That will do it. Press that into place. Okay, so now I'll just pop the pin into my glue so it doesn't dry out. So now we'll go back to this one. Now this is where you will add your glue or remove your backing paper from your tape, and we're just going to then pop that one into place. Now if you wanted to, you could leave the top page loose. You don't have to attach it. That's just another option. And I guess if you wanted to do these to post, you would have to post them in a box. This is more the sort of thing you want to give to someone in person, I think, rather than posting it. But that's not always possible either. Okay, I'll remove my pegs and push all that down. Okay, so now I'll attach our bookmark. So again, we'll just pop a bit of glue up the centre and put the bookmark into place. Again, I'll just use my scoring bone folder to push it all in. Okay, we'll just let that dry. And then you can trim that to however long you want it. I think I just want it to the same as the card. So I'll trim that. So now we're going to attach this onto here so that it will sit up like so. So what I'm going to do is use some double-sided tape. Now when you're doing this, remember you only add your tape or your glue to the bottom half of the card because you don't want it to be stuck all the way. I'll just pop another piece on there. Now remove the backing tape. And there we go. Now we'll attach this to the base, so making sure you line it up with the bottom and the sides because it's the same size as the front from side to side. Here we go. Give that a press. So that will now sit up like that. So there it is. Whoops. So there it is from the front. Oh, it's a bit hard to hold up that way. And it looks like that from the top. Now I'm just going to lay that down again. Now what I'm going to do is I've got some little flowers here and I'm going to attach these onto the card. So I'll just grab some scissors and I'm going to cut these stems off a bit. Don't cut them all the way, otherwise they'll fall apart. Now, we've all got something in our stash to decorate with if you want to, whereas with the other one, hang on, I'll grab it in a sec. So with this one, I used paper that had a picture on it, so I haven't had to decorate it. And then I've just put a season's greeting just there. Whereas this one, we're going to decorate. So I'm going to add the flowers onto here. So I'm using a quick dry adhesive from Couture Creations to stick these on. Although it says quick dry, it does take a little while for it to dry. So you need to keep the card fairly flat until it's all dried. Yeah. 1, 2, and we'll put the third one up there. Oops. Fiddly little thing. There we go. So we'll just hold those in place for a little tick to grab hold. And I've just got some little die cuts here that I'm going to use to put a bit of leafy stuff on there. Just pop that into place. I might do another little piece up there. So you're only limited by your imagination on how you'd like to decorate these. So while I'm holding this in place, I'll just let you know that I do have a Facebook group called Cardmaking for Beginners and Beyond. I will add the link in the description, and if you'd like to join, you're more than welcome. Please answer the question to join, otherwise it will be automatically declined. So, and there we go. There it is. And you can, if you want to, add more to the other side, and it will stand up like so. I'll just bring it into the camera. And there you go. So easy. The hardest part is working out what papers you're going to use, I think. You could even put a happy birthday or something up there, or whatever it is to suit the occasion that it's for. That's it. So there's that one, and there's the Christmas one I did earlier. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please do give me the thumbs up, and please do subscribe if you'd like to be notified as more tutorials are done. I try and do them every Friday when time permits. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.